Welcome back to Car Future Wheels, the channel where we take you deep into the cars that shape the future of performance and design. Today we've got something truly special, something that's been anticipated for years, surrounded by speculation, rumors, and endless conversations among car enthusiasts. This is the 2026 Nissan GT-R R36. The long-awaited successor to the legendary R35 that carried the GT-R badge proudly for over a decade and a half. Nissan has finally unveiled their next-generation supercar, and today we're going to break it down in full detail. We'll talk about its exterior design from front to back, its interior upgrades, the performance that defines its soul, the pricing strategy Nissan is going for, and finally my honest review as we wrap up this look at the return of Godzilla. So let's begin by just soaking in the way this car looks. At first glance, the R36 keeps that unmistakable GT-R silhouette that fans would recognize from a mile away. Nissan hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel here, but rather evolve it, modernize it, and sharpen it for the new era. From the front, the car wears a bolder and more aggressive face. The headlights are slimmer, with a razor-sharp LED signature that gives the car a futuristic yet menacing stare. The grille is wider and lower, with a stronger sense of aerodynamic intent, and Nissan has cleverly incorporated active air channels that not only look stunning but serve the purpose of cooling and airflow management. The hood features deep sculpted lines that add muscularity and communicate the power that sits beneath. Compared to the R35, this front end is more refined but also more aggressive, striking a balance between elegance and raw aggression, which is exactly what the GT-R name demands. Looking at the side profile, the R36 continues that iconic wedge shape, with a long sloping roofline and a chunky rear quarter that's become synonymous with the GT-R. The side skirts are aerodynamically sculpted, with venting that helps push air cleanly to the rear of the car. One of the biggest updates you'll notice is the flush door handles, which are a nod to modern design and aerodynamics, and the frameless mirrors that not only reduce drag but also look futuristic. The car sits slower and wider than before, giving it a planted stance that feels ready to attack the road or track. The wheel options are striking too, with lightweight forged alloys ranging from 20 to 21 inches, wrapped in bespoke high-performance tires developed specifically for this generation. There's also a strong use of carbon fiber along the side skirts and lower trim, keeping weight down while visually signaling the car's performance intentions. Moving to the back of the car, this is where tradition and innovation meet perfectly. Nissan knew they couldn't mess with the GT-R's signature round taillights, and they haven't. Instead, they've reimagined them. The quad-circular lights are still there, but now they're more three-dimensional, with layered LED rings that pulse when you start the car and animate when you signal or brake. The rear deck features a prominent ducktail-style spoiler integrated into the trunk, but for those who want maximum downforce, there's an optional carbon fiber wing inspired by GT3 racing. The diffuser is massive, channeling air aggressively, and housing a set of quad titanium exhaust tips that look as purposeful as they sound. Overall, the rear end of the R36 looks mean, wide, and unmistakably GT-R, but it's a version that feels built for 2026 and beyond. Step inside and the transformation is just as significant. If the R35's interior was always criticized for feeling a bit outdated and too close to Nissan's regular models, the R36 makes up for it in a big way. The cabin feels truly premium, truly performance-focused, and genuinely modern. The driver sits low in heavily bolstered seats that come in leather, Alcantara, or even lightweight carbon shell versions depending on trim. The steering wheel is a perfect blend of race-inspired flat-bottom design and high-tech functionality, with haptic feedback buttons integrated seamlessly. The dashboard is dominated by a wide digital display that serves as both the instrument cluster and infotainment hub, but Nissan has smartly kept physical controls for the essentials like climate and drive modes. The infotainment system itself is cutting-edge, with ultra-fast response times, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an interface designed around driving, not distraction. The GT-R's famous multifunction performance display makes a return here, but in even greater detail, allowing you to monitor things like boost pressure, G-forces, oil temps, tire pressures, and even customizable telemetry for track days. The center console has been redesigned with fewer buttons, more premium materials, and a stronger focus on driver ergonomics. In terms of materials, the R36 takes a huge leap forward. We're talking genuine carbon fiber across the dash and console, high-grade aluminum trims, and a wide range of customization options including two-tone leather and unique stitching. The sound system has been co-developed with Bose, delivering audiophile-grade clarity when you're not listening to the engine's own symphony. But make no mistake, this is still a driver's car first. The visibility is excellent, the driving position feels perfectly tuned, and every element inside is designed to remind you that you're piloting something special. Under the hood now let's talk about what truly defines any GT-R: performance. The R36 has been the subject of speculation for years, with rumors about hybrid systems, fully electric variants, or heavily updated combustion engines. Nissan has landed on a solution that balances tradition with innovation. Under the hood, you'll find a newly developed twin-turbocharged V6 engine, displacing 3.8 liters but now paired with a mild hybrid assist system. The result is over 700 horsepower and close to 600 pound-feet of torque. This setup not only delivers blistering performance but also enhances efficiency and responsiveness, giving instant torque fill between gear changes. The car launches from 0 to 60 in under 2.7 seconds, with a top speed pushing past 210 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest GT-Rs ever produced. Power is sent through a refined dual-clutch transmission that shifts faster and smoother than before, connected to an updated version of Nissan's legendary Tesla all-wheel drive system. The handling has been tuned extensively, with adaptive dampers, torque vectoring, and a chassis that's stiffer and lighter thanks to extensive use of aluminum and carbon composites. On the road, it feels planted, precise, and devastatingly quick. On the track, it feels like a weapon sharpened to perfection, with braking performance to match thanks to massive carbon ceramic brakes available as an option. One of the big questions has always been pricing. Nissan has been clear that the GT-R R36 isn't meant to compete with entry-level sports cars but instead with serious performance machines from Porsche, Audi, and even Ferrari. The starting price is expected to be around $150,000 in the US, with higher performance trims and special editions climbing closer to $200,000. Yes, it's a significant increase compared to the original R35 when it launched, but remember, this is a car that brings cutting-edge technology, incredible performance, and a heritage that's unmatched. Nissan is betting that enthusiasts and collectors will see the value in what is essentially the rebirth of a legend. So how do I feel about the 2026 GT-R R36 overall? Honestly, I think Nissan has nailed it. They didn't abandon what made the GT-R iconic. They didn't try to chase gimmicks or trends. Instead, they refined, modernized, and enhanced every aspect of the formula. The design is aggressive yet timeless. The interior finally feels worthy of a six-figure performance car. The performance is blistering and future-proofed with hybrid assistance, but it hasn't lost the raw combustion character that fans love. And the price, while high, still undercuts many European rivals while offering equal if not greater performance. For enthusiasts, this car is going to be a dream machine, a worthy continuation of the Godzilla legacy. For Nissan, it's a statement that they can still build a world-beating supercar that carries the badge with pride. And for the automotive world, it's proof that even in an era moving quickly towards electrification, there's still room for cars that stir the soul and deliver the thrill of driving. That's the 2026 Nissan GT-R R36, and I hope you enjoy this deep dive into every detail. If you're as excited as I am about this car, let me know in the comments below. Would you take this over a Porsche 911 Turbo, an Audi R8, or even a McLaren? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future review here on Car Future Wheels. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep driving, and I'll see you in the next video.